Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned into a beautiful, lovely, raining afternoon with Icy Dawn, and we're going to kick it off with something that's very important. Happy Mental Health Day, folks. Today is the National Mental Health Day, and so today we're going to talk about mental health and awareness. You know what I'm saying? I ain't that brilliant in that field, but I just can tell you that I've been around a lot of crazy people, and I also been around a lot of quite a few people who had some intelligence. And the devil is real because this world wants many people to be totally wicked to one another, evil to one another, and it shows you, it gives you a plan and the blueprint and the method to do it through social media. So we're going to really talk it and kick this off because, ladies and gentlemen, we had a great fight last night. Oh, yes, we did. Oh, yes, we did. I know we've been waiting for a good fight, and we knew we was going to get one. Many people, you know what I'm saying? See, this is what I'm trying to tell you with mental health. Many black folks really doubted Deontay Wilder to really just give what they thought they needed from a heavyweight fighter. From a losing end, I'm going to speak on perspective from a losing end. As a losing fighter in that match, that heavyweight title fight, Deontay Deontay Wilder fought and lost magnificently. Although I seen 1,000 flaws in his fight, and that's the reason why racial inequality is a real mental illness, and we need. Watch what I'm gonna say, folks. It might sound like I'm all over the place, but that's why we need our reparations, because mental health and mental illness is such a disgusting design disease, and it's a inherited disease from a demonic source in many ways, like damn near 99% of the ways. You know, many people, many women might have mental health issues because of sexual situation that they went through, and so now they have mental issues with men, and so on and so forth. And a lot of men have daddy issues because their fathers wasn't around. So when you take that and you start putting into categories of race, our situation is very harmful. And how can we relate it to Deontay Wilder and then compare it to Umar Johnson? Well, we have two black men, and these two black men both have mental issues due to social media. Big ups to Charlemagne, the God. He is working with Mental Health Alliance, and they are conducting a major seminar on awareness, and they have a lot of keynote speakers and some workshops dealing with these issues. They're going to be dealing with these issues, folks, because it's very important for us to understand that mental health can really affect the workplace. It can affect you in school. It can affect your love life. It can affect your family. It affect you because it's supposed to destroy your system. And when we watch that Deontay Wilder fight, folks, we have to really understand the whole nature of that fight. The fight itself was a hype of building up a racial tension. Okay, because mental health is something important, and you have to watch the press conference You have to watch the post, the after fight conversation. You have to know even why Deontay Wilder would say to Deontay Wilder would say to Tyson Fury, why he would say, "Yo, what did how do you put these words, yo?" And it's like it's kind of it's you. Many people would think it was kind of messed up. You know what I'm saying? Many people would be like, that's not right." Then some people might understand why he would say, what he said in regards to he's really not trying to show no respect. And when they after the end of the fight, saying they kind of like give a hug or embrace each other and say a couple words in each other's ears. Deontay when Tyson Fury came over to him and to do so, Deontay Wilder said, "I don't want to show no sportsmanship or respect." Okay, he said, "I don't want to show no sportsmanship or respect," and that's because he really wanted to kill that man. And watch what I'm gonna say. That's because he really wanted to kill that white man. Because today's mental health awareness day, National Mental Health Awareness Day. We have to talk about all the levels of mental health and how race is always a key factor in it. Let's take Umar Johnson. He speaks highly about Pan-Africanism and because he's a Pan-Africanist, and highly about black people and black power, and why we not supposed to really give any type of praise to white America. In so many words, I'm putting it, categorizing him. That's because of racial inequality and the whole Willie Lynch syndrome, the whole program syndrome on both sides of white and black. Race is always going to be a problem, especially when it comes to making millions and millions of dollars and being the world champion. And also, race is going to become a problem when you're talking about race. So why can race not be a problem? And then when you have individuals who are behind the scenes, the ones who allocating, like Deontay Wilder, he seems to be proud of his dark skin. He's from the country. He's from the South. Umar Johnson is a Pan-Africanist. He seems to be proud to be a black man. And pride really can get in our way when many other people that is of your tribe doesn't have that same pride. And that's how social media comes in play. And your enemy knows this. And so they will put that social media in many ways that you yourself will carry on that Willie Lynch syndrome. And you yourself will perpetuate a negative racial energy amongst yourselves. Like I said, it's not just about white race and black race, it's about black race on black race. So many black people will be in social media annihilating one another. How many people faced that before? Back in the 70s, when back in the 60s and 70s when Ali was fighting, Ali had the paper, the media, the press. That was that social media and TV and radio. And he had to deal with it. Excuse me, food. He had to deal with it. Sorry, my throat got extremely dry. He had to deal with it on the level where it was limited because it was white media, white press, and so on and so forth. But nowadays, it's black media on black people. It's black press on black people. And now we have what they call fake news press on one another through Instagram, Facebook, and all this other YouTube. And with social media, it really can really damage a person. So when many of you guys was watching the fight, and if you didn't watch the fight, please watch the fight. But as many of you was watching that Tyson Fury Wilder fight, and is watching the oohs and ahs and the punches, I truly was looking at the mechanics of Deontay Wilder's mind while he was thinking in that ring fighting. And as I was moving the control sticks, you know what I'm saying, because you playing when you watch boxing, you know, you know what I'm saying, you're doing, you know what I'm saying. So I was playing the video game as we playing the video game with the thumbs and everything. I'm like, why he not doing what I need him to do? He wasn't doing what I need him to do. So I'm like, yo, you not seeing what the hell I'm seeing? And then that's when I realized that something was wrong with his mentals. So I had to start watching him through his eyes and not through my eyes. And like I told people earlier, I said, yo, as, you know what I'm saying, when you really black power, of course you're gonna say I'm with your people, because that's race. That's the racial situation that we are living in. So when Deontay Wilder was fighting, of course I'm gonna say, yeah, Deontay Wilder, you know, he gonna win, or I'm gonna say, yo, he gotta get a knockout. You know what I'm saying? Deontay Wilder gotta get this knockout. Yeah, trust me. But at the press conference, and when they did a face-off, I seen fear in Deontay Wilder because he, Tyson Fury's animated, so you know, Tyson Fury's moving around, talking and talking, and he was just talking, you know what I'm saying? And Deontay Wilder did a little jump. And I said, "Oh shit, this nigga still is nervous of his herky jerky movements. Oh man, he got that on his mind." And so then I started watching him fight more, and I was like, "Yo, damn man, this dude got everybody who spoke about anything, and he was able to get it and digest in his mind. He got that going on in his head right now." Now, as an athlete, I played baseball, I played football, I played baseball, and I was a pitcher. I played baseball and I was the fourth hitter, you know, the fourth hitter. So, you know what I'm saying? I was the cleanup man. And I hit home runs, I hit bombs. But what happened is when I went to high school, my coach decided that he needed to get in my head and see, I say get in my head first. But my coach decided he needed to coach me on how to hit, show me mechanics. Before him, from what my dad showed me, or just what I had naturally, I was crushing it, everything. Once he started making coaching corrections of me, he was in my head, and the corrections wasn't really the mechanics I needed to continue to do what I needed to do to better myself. Malik Scott, you know, go back, like I said, watch the pre-fight, pre-conversations and everything, because Malik Scott was talking about Deontay Wilder, and you need to watch that whole, you know, that take. And Malik Scott said, I didn't give Deontay Wilder anything new. I just took that what he had already there, and I made it better. I enhanced it, and that's what I'm saying. The coach, many people change your thoughts and change your mind and trying to change you as opposed to help make you better. And so social media, like my coach, was trying to change me by getting so much in my head with critiquing, and not really making better. Where my hitting went from my first year coming to high school, my first year from junior high and playing little league, my first year of high school, I batted 800 something during the preseason, and then during the regular season, I batted 5 and change, 500. That means like if I came up to bat 4 times, I got 2 hits. And it was above 500 and change. You know what I'm saying? It was 550, 540, something like that. The next year, I was doing good as well. It went down some, but I was thinking, like, what was I going through in my life? And then the final season, it went down a whole lot because the coach was really trying to coach, not knowing that maybe I was going through something in the mentals, and that was really affecting me at bat. And it wasn't what he had to change, it was what he had to find out what was in the mind. And trust me, when coaches be looking at stats and when people be looking at stats and they look into stats, that doesn't mean that you looked into the person's mind. And that's what many people want to do. They want to check into so much information and dig into this and dig that and analyze stuff, but they don't really understand it's about the mind. And today is National Mental Awareness Day. And I'm doing the comparison of Bomb Squad and Drop Squad. You know what I'm saying? Because it's very important for us to understand that Umar Johnson has a strong case of mental health issues too, due to social media, which is affecting him at the workplace. And because that happens, folks, like I say, because that happens, it's important for us to realize that we are destroying each other at the workplace and affecting each other's mind and mentals. And Deontay Wilder really lost that fight because his head was not right. And I don't care how much he says he was in the right place, Deontay Wilder was not in the right mind state when he was in that fight because Tyson Fury was all in his head already. And everybody from social media was all in his head, including many of the rich people, many of the people that's all around him, many of the commentators was all in his head this time around in the third trilogy. And he tried to persuade you guys that he was real calm. He tried to persuade you guys by becoming a super duper actor. We talk about Deontay and fronting like he didn't have some mental issues, but he really needed to tell it how it was. The same way when he first came out, he said, "Yo, his daughter was when his daughter was all messed up, he came out into the boxing world to destroy everybody because he had to survive his daughter and survive throughout that situation." Well, if he was to have did the same energy coming into this third trilogy, like, yo, I'm coming in here because everybody doubted me. Those who didn't doubt me, big up, I love you. But for all those who really jumped on me, jumped on my back, tried to slander me, tried to embarrass me, he neither kept saying social media, or if he really told it what it was, if he gave his therapy at the and really let it off his chest verbally, it wouldn't have came out in the work field because he held it in and tried to let it out in the workplace because it's boxing. Nah, you supposed to let it out at the press conferences. You were supposed to let it out on all platforms once it was crunch time. You could have played the game all the way up to the very end, but this last week you were supposed to really let it out, gave all that real content, gave the real deal content, let it be known, yo, I'm technically want to take this man's head off because he want to insult me in front of my wife. He want to bring my wife and strike little cute little words to her. You know what I'm saying? He want to flirt with my wife. He think it's a game. See, he was supposed to really let everything out at every press conference and not embrace and hold nothing in, so that when he went into the ring, all he was thinking about was his own thoughts and not anyone else's thoughts. All he had been thinking about that press deal, that press conference I let out, yo, that press conference, I dropped that bomb on the motherfuckers, yo, that shit was fire, and left. Yo, that shit was fire, uppercut. Understand what I'm saying? But he didn't have that energy in him. He had the mentality of the people. Okay, I got back up. He looked too mechanical. You understand what I'm saying? He didn't look raw. He looked too mechanical. And Malik Scott is one of the reasons why, because Malik Scott had to change, adjust, rearrange, reset him. And that was his main focus, and make sure that he looked good doing it. Did he look good doing it? We would say he did. Did he look the way he needed? Did he move the way he needed to? Hell no, because he was moving too mechanical. I could see as an athlete, it was too mechanical. Like I said, he wasn't moving the way I needed him to move. And if you go to the after the interview I got the interview down. It's the interview that Coach Malik Scott, the coach of Coach Fight interview, it says something like that. If you go to something like that on YouTube and find it, he's sitting in a chair in his hotel and someone's doing it. It was a good interview to really see and hear why Deontay Wilder lost. Malik Scott had something to prove, and so did Deontay Wilder. They too had something to prove. And so their minds was all not on the right place. Umar Johnson always have something to prove. And the reason why Umar Johnson always have something to prove in this game right now is because Umar Johnson has been destroyed mentally, physically, to a point where he is riding on the wave, just like Deontay Wilder was riding on the wave of the folks that he had around him. Those people was holding him up and keeping him strong, and that's the same as Umar Johnson. That's the only reason why he's as strong as he is right now. But when I seen him in 2016, I could see him beat the heck up. I could see it all in his aura. And that was like my first time really seeing him just one-on-one, me and him, when I was meeting him to deal with the business we was doing. I've seen him before, you know, one-on-one, but not one-on-one, but you know, we was talking, it was after he did his thing, but his Kwanzaa event. But when we was talking one-on-one, I could see in him that he was like beat up, and social media destroyed him. And it was affecting him. It was affecting his performance at work. And that made me feel pity, where I felt like, yo, I got to get in his corner and help out as a trainer to get him back up, to continue to fight. And that's what I'm saying. We really can do a job on one another with social media. And so I'm comparing those two because those two are very boisterous, they very loud, and they both are black. And they both seem like they both are very black and proud. So with that all being said, could that be a reason why social media attacks them? Is that a reason why a lot of black social media attacks them? Because they are black men who are proud to be black. And a lot of black people don't want that type of black right now. They want that all get along, fit in, all lives matter, we fit in type of black man. And those two black men represent strong black men. Or should I say, want to represent strong black men in a boisterous way. And so that makes not just black America, not black America, but yeah, black, the nation of Africans, if you want to call it, to go against each other in the tribes. But it now opens up the doors, because once the black folks are on social media, which is the demon's lair, and once everyone else is seeing it, now they can say, I can join in because they are going in on each other. So it's open field now. We can go in. Let's go all in, all out. So now everybody's going all out. So on social media, and you're going to come across it. It's going to come across you, whether your people's yo, you need to check this out, and you don't want to go press the link, but you press the link anyway, because curiosity kills the cat. And no matter how much you try to stay out the mix, it pulls you in, and it gets into your head, and it gets into your mind. But folks, for the first time, me getting into social media and being part of this YouTube world, YouTube and the people, so that's what I really mean. The people of YouTube can really, really, really try to murder you in your head, to make you kill yourself so they can talk about it. That's some wicked shit. And it's humorous to many. Ha ha, he he, ho ho. And whether you have a purpose in life, it doesn't matter, because your purpose for those people in social media is to make them ha ha, he he, ho ho. And that's the sad part of what many people don't understand, of how we've been using social media wrong. We've been using, I was talking to this girl the other night, and she said some deep stuff. She says, like, Well, I mean, it's common sense, to be honest. But she says everything is God, basically. Okay, we know that. But it's the way we was having our conversation to really get the full breakdown so that people understand. We break each other down with the ha ha he he ho ho, and we using devices to do so when we're not always supposed to be using the devices for the ha ha he he ho ho. We're supposed to be using the devices for the building, getting closer, and being more righteous, being more conscious to the energy of who you're supposed to be, which is not the ha ha he he ho ho. Because at the very end stage of the ha ha he he ho ho, you're gonna come to a dead end road, as this sector has did. It's came to a dead end. And I'm telling you right now, it's important for us to make some changes. This is what I'm trying to tell you how serious it is. In one of the conversations, she asked Deontay Wilder, this is a pre-fight conference, the last fight pre-fight conference they had. She asked him, "Do you think you put yourself under more pressure with all the reasons of, excuse me, do you think you put yourself under pressure with all the reasons of why the lumps in the second fight? You know, how you got all those lumps, you know, because of eggshells, because he cheated, because, you know, did you put yourself under more pressure to come into this fight, and you have to feel, you have to know that you have to fight spectacular. So that means that everybody know that he has, because of everything that was being said through social media, through, you know, people making comments about this and making comments about that, to make, and him now talking about it, and him that's focusing on that, and this is no, this ain't right, they niggas cheated, and everything that he says, you know, the suit was too heavy. Oh man, you know, I shouldn't have been there. I was sitting in the hallway for 2 minutes too long. You know, all the excuses that they tried to say that he was saying of why he lost the second fight, that he put himself underneath pressure. And that's all because of social media. And that's what I'm saying. Do social media make you be in pressure where it affects your work techniques? And he says basically, see, this is what social media does to you at the very end result. Okay, folks. Remember me when I was in the hotel, and one night I think it was like 2 in the morning. Gotta get some water. It was like 2 in the morning, and I decided to just to get something off my chest. Like I said, you know what I'm saying, because you can go crazy. And so I had no one to fight. I had no one to let it out. I was in the hotel by myself. I didn't have a chick to have sex with, so I had to let it out. So it's the word. So I did a little live, not live, but I just did a little video, an outburst of what if I was ready to take it to that level and bring it to this dude in any type of way. Well, when he was asked that question about, do you think you put yourself under more pressure with all the reasons of why the lumps in the second fight happened to you, do you feel under more pressure to look spectacular in the third fight? And this is what he said, and this is why we have National Mental Health Day. This is what he says. He said, "No, it's about energy." He says, "I'm calm. I'm in a good place. I have the right energy, and my energy right now is he's calm. He's good place. His energy is violent. So right now he's holding in all this violence. His mindset, his energy is violent. I mean, he wants to kill. He wants to kill. You know? So he's going into this fight. I want to kill this man. While Fury is going in there in the best mind state, because he's like, I'm going to box this dude and knock him the fuck out. Deontay Wilder know that he's not going to go to kill because you know that yeah, see that's what I'm trying to say. He says, do you know how many people lost their lives in this sport? He's so angry because he got everything so by the wind because everybody's put so much pressure on him that he's ready to kill. And that's the reason why it's so much black on black crime, because we get everything stuck up in this bottle and we kill. See, he releases this mental health. We have this issue of wanting to kill, and while Tyson Fury in the same situation, going through the same thing, they both fought the same fight. He want to fight, knock him out. See the mindset, different mindsets, and that's where we at. So when you relate that to Umar Johnson, what did Umar Johnson go back to one of Umar's last videos? He says when he says he tried to sound like me, talk about fuck courts, because in that video I was talking about when I had my rant, I said fuck court. And now he said the same thing, fuck court, because he seen my video, you know what I'm saying? It's all cool. That's cute. I was looking at big old me. He's old. He got me by a couple of months too. So I was looking at big brother, ooh. Yo, ooh. Because I'm studying you, I got you, brother. Tough love is and spread love is so good, man. I got you. Look out next week for my videos. I got you. I got us, dog. I got us. I got us. I'm gonna get you that help, bro. I got you. I'm going to get you that money. I'm going to get you that help to get the money that you need to pay me. I got you. I'm not. You don't have to stress yourself. I got you. I'm gonna help you get that money that you need to pay me. With all interest. I'm gonna help you get that money, bro. I got you. No stress. We crutches to one another. See, we gotta learn how to alleviate some of our mental health stress that we be holding in. And so, ooh, I got you. Look out for the videos next week. Oh, I got you, homeboy. You ain't gotta be stressed out. You ain't gotta worry. It's not gonna hurt too much of your budget money. We're gonna raise this money. I'm gonna help you, bro. I got you. Because I don't want my brothers to be going through so much where they're taking their anger and frustration out on their families. Because then that trickles down to our women having mental health issues. I pray for Deontay Wilder's wife. She dealt with a whole lot in the last 3 years. So in the next year or so, any bags that you see underneath her eyes is not from her aging of old age. It's her aging because of the stress. Hopefully they can overcome this. And that's all due to if we don't try to annihilate Deontay Wilder and make him want to retire. Because that's what we do. We try to annihilate each other's career in hip hop. We kill each other. We try and annihilate each other's career in sports. It's not about idolizing. It's just about, you know, saying really pushing one another to be better. Even if we see the bad in someone, it's trying to pull it out. It's pull the shit out. That's the tough love. And then, you know, saying push them forward. Because we don't need, the way I look in life, it's like a scale. We don't need any more bad people in the world. There's not enough space for it. So we don't need us to turn bad. We don't need us to breaking bad. You know what I'm saying? That's why they did that series, Breaking Bad, because that was their way of recruiting more people to become bad. They put these shows out here for mind control, to get into your mentals, to make you become the different character, to make you become the character that you love to watch on these shows. It's a great strategy, folks. And that's why I want you to understand, when you watch sports and listen to commentating, listen and watch way different than what you've been watching in these other years, because it's way different now. It's all about money and mind control and control. And all they wanted was to get that belt away from Deontay Wilder. They did not want Deontay Wilder, period, point blank, to have that belt. So they had to get the giant. They did everything they had to do to get that giant in shape. Do you hear what I'm saying? This giant, 6'9" boxer, because boxing is about recruiting. This 6'9" boxer that really is not caring about anything of a sport of boxing like that. To be honest, he told you that if you see this movie they do of him, I'm pretty sure you're gonna see that he just wanted to be a party guy and run around fuck and get high and be white boy. And they took this giant and spent all this money that they had to spend to rehab him. And then they did everything they had to do with the fights to rig them. And they did everything they had to do when this man won the title. They did everything they had to do to maintain him, to not go back to the one he wanted to be. That was a major operation for a white boy junkie. So that's why there was so much cover-ups throughout this whole 4 years of Tyson Fury. Man, it was a lot of talk and cover-ups. Everything if you really look at the Tyson Fury timeline, you see scandal, and all throughout the fight of Deontay Wilder, you're gonna see nothing but scandals. Never nothing clean, because behind the scenes it was not nothing clean. We just always want to see things from what it is. No, that shit was never clean, because it was always about getting to the head of black people, which we got to get this black bomb squad nigga up out of there, period. So we can put this white hope here in front, and a giant, and say we are unstoppable. It's bigger than boxing, folks. Today is National Mental Awareness Health Day. What is the National Mental Awareness Day? Mental health, and I promise you, folks, I'm not kicking no conspiracy theory shit. I promise you, folks, I'm kicking facts. Deontay Wilder's time was way up, way over with. If that fight would have, if Deontay Wilder wouldn't have dropped, see, Deontay Wilder I knew something was wrong with him, because, like I said, okay, something wrong. He looks like he really trying to get him out there. Kept seeing him adjusting his glove. I said, something's wrong. He broke his fucking hand. He broke his knuckles. Okay, so I was like, something's wrong. But Deontay Wilder was really trying to get this man out. But just imagine Deontay Wilder didn't break the knuckle. And let's just say that he wasn't swinging for the fences, because it was both times, because like I said, I was boxing, I was pressing the buttons, and when I swung and missed, I said, "Oh shit, I'm about to get caught." But really, when Deontay swung and missed, I knew he was gonna get caught, because he was swinging for the fences, because he's like, I could get him out of here, I could get him out, but he wasn't boxing right, and that's because black on black hate. Way back. If Deontay Wilder didn't have so much cockiness and pride like Umar Johnson, that's why we're doing the comparison. If he didn't have that cockiness and pride, he would have heard that short dude by the name of Floyd Mayweather. See, I guess Deontay Wilder thought he was way above Floyd. And here come that black pride shit and that nigga shit that caused black on black hate. He really, like many people, think that Floyd, because Floyd is in the league of his own, think that Floyd is being cocky, when Floyd is always going to sound cocky because he's in a league of his own right now. So of course it's going to sound a little cocky even when he's being sincere. And I think he was sincere when he was like, yo, he would like to train Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder should have took that training. I don't care what Malik Scott did for Deontay Wilder, because what Malik Scott did for Deontay Wilder was good for Malik Scott. It was great for Malik Scott. Deontay Wilder looked great for Malik Scott. But I believe that Mayweather would have gave training and for Deontay Wilder to be great for another 5-6 years. I think Mayweather would have extended Wilder's career for another 5 title defenses, easy, if he would have went with Mayweather. See, Deontay Wilder, just like Umar Johnson, was stupid because that nigga pride, getting too big and ahead of yourself too fast, and the cockiness. And that's why he humbled himself. It was too late because he humbled himself and not with the right mental therapy. He needed some therapy at that time. He still had been getting some therapy when he was humbling himself, but because he humbled himself in the way that he said, "Let me be quiet," because actually he didn't humble himself. Tyson Fury humbled him because Tyson Fury didn't get knocked out. And so because Tyson Fury didn't get knocked out the first fight, Tyson Fury didn't get knocked out the second fight, Tyson Fury humbled himself just because Tyson Fury was able to stand up and take his best shots and then still call him a pussy. That's embarrassing to your wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, baby, I done knocked everybody. She seen you knocked out everybody. And this big white boy who's being super duper cocky and super duper arrogant stood up to you and took your best shots and then still call you pussy. And it's not much you can do. You can't even go fight him on a street fight. You gotta wait for the next fight in the ring. And she had to deal with all this bullshit. Yeah, so Wilder definitely didn't have his head right. He was fucked up. Mental health, man. And because Fury's a master, because he's a strong junkie, he was in that man's head and it was fun. That's why he's like, nah, this shit was nothing. What y'all think of the fight? There's nobody in the comment section. What do you think of the fight last night? What y'all think about that fight? Because that fight, when you compare it to Umar Johnson is making moves. Umar Johnson was making moves accordingly to who he's been studying. He's been studying everybody in the chat. He's been studying the people who's been against him. He had people out there analyzing, studying them, and finding the way they move, the way they speak. Where he's not even doing right for the school. He's so busy focusing on the YouTube and social media that he can't focus on the buildings and the structure and everything itself. And that's what's destroying him because he can't get focused. And now that because the people's holding on to him and being strong, trying to be a strong team for him, now that he's trying to get focused, he truly got me on his ass. But yet and still, folks, we're going to help this man because we not going to try and destroy people's minds to the fullest, because I'm a godly soul. He might not be, but I'm a good soul. I know I truly believe it, and I'm going to benefit so well off it. So it's no problem. But we definitely got something next week for you to really change the game for the Umar Johnson sector. We about to change the game. Mike Tyson, come holler at your boy. And I ain't talking about Umar. I'm talking about Icy Don. We're going to get this fight to happen. I promise you. I promise you. We're working on some things. Yeah. It's mental health awareness day today, folks. And so I understand how to really work this. And the only solution to mental health is, like I told you, tough love. I told y'all last year, it's all about tough love. And tough love is what's going to get Deontay Wilder to which he got right now. He got a case of tough love. Malik Scott said, yo, he really wants Deontay to fall back from boxing for a long time. Deontay ain't got that much longer. I mean, he's already in his mid-30s. He didn't pick up Mayweather. And so by him not picking up Mayweather, because Mayweather would have taught him the major defense. Mayweather would have taught Deontay Wilder what he's missing. Deontay Wilder is not a fucking defensive boxer at all. And I don't know why everybody think that he need to change anything. Only thing he need to do is add defense. And if Mayweather would have really became his trainer, he would have been good money. But because that ain't happened, I don't really see relevance for Deontay Wilder in the boxing world no more. He even mentioned it, like he said, he's good if he don't fight up again. So he already accepted. He already is accepting retirement. He got a bad wife. He got his baby girl. He got his daughter. He got his family. He's good. He's really truly good. So that's why I'm about to turn up the sector because he's a valuable. He's a valuable. I'm from New York City. He loved Broccoli. He loved Brooklyn. I'm about to change the sector, babies, because mental health needs to be known. If we don't get Mike Tyson to fight Umar Johnson, we're gonna get Bomb Squad himself. We're gonna get Deontay Wilder to knock Umar's head off in a loving way. That's the game plan, folks. We're gonna get this bread because Deontay Wilder's career in the boxing world, you gotta understand. Tyson Fury is the champ, and Anthony Joshua no longer is the champ. Anthony Joshua already lost the belt 2 times. Anthony Joshua really, really fell down the mountain in regards to who gives a fuck. Even if Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua fight each other, the fourth fight of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, I guess that would be something lit. But in between all that, like Malik Scott said to Deontay, fall back from boxing and everything. Yeah, I agree with you. But in between that, you got to give back. And I believe that if he gave this a little bit, this cute charity fight with Umar Johnson, I think that'd be a winner for his whole legacy. He got to do something in his legacy, community wise. So the battle of Warrior King, the battle of Kings, the barrier warriors. I think that'd be a great fight too. So like I say, I'm the Don King of this motherfucker. Okay, folks, excuse me for the curse. I was trying not to curse today. But I'm the Don King of this whole thing, right about now. I'm really mean it. And I'm going to I'm going to make that happen. Where if we don't get Mike Tyson, we're going to get Deontay Wilder to knock Umar Johnson head off. You heard it here first. I see it, which I don't see. I can smell it. Deontay Wilder's he like his legacy is what it is. It's nothing that he really got proved no more. Only thing he really have to prove is that he's really black. He has to get back to the community, and he owes Umar some bread. So he's gonna fight Umar because that's that was the real most important fight that he really had for his career right now. Because even fighting Dylan White, who really cares about that? You know what I'm saying? It's not really much that Deontay Wilder can really do that people really care with this boxing thing. It's now it's like the Source magazine. They always be having the new tribe the next league of hip MCs. It's the new league of boxing MCs to step up to the mic. You know what I'm saying? So Deontay Wilder, you held it down. You just did the same thing that Umar Johnson did 10 years running. In your peak, you kind of slipped and you got caught up in the mix where you got too many people to go against you. And with that being said, with you, there really don't need to be a comeback for a little while. You need to give back. So you can help with the celebrity boxing match, kicking off with helping them raise money for Project Pick Me Up in the FDMG. Yep, Don King Production, Icy Don Production. We're gonna make this happen. I told you, sector folks, it's not no game. Project Pick Me Up presents, or should I say, Project Pick Us Up presents the celebrity boxing match of the century. 6 foot, what, 6'6", 6'7", Deontay Wilder against 6'3", King Kong Conscious. Oh man, let's go. Big Papa, as they raise money for Project Pick Me Up in the FDMG. Yep, I'm in the life. I'm in the mix. I'm in the mix, homie. I'm the only one focused on helping you raise this money for this boxing, to get this boxing thing going. Trust me. And anybody else who started jumping that wave, you heard it first. I ain't talking about, oh, Umar gonna lose. I ain't commentate on the review of his videos. I ain't doing none of it. I'm Don King. So pass the word. Follow the lead, folks. Please. This the new sector. This is not the sector. This is the new Umar Johnson sector. This is the new Umar Johnson sector. It's not about the sector, because it's well, I don't know why y'all trying to. I don't know why y'all. See, this is what I was not trying. This is what I definitely was not going to do. And I was looking at many people. That's why I didn't really converse to too many people, because I said, yo, they are really using this man Umar Johnson life to make a life of them, a life of their own. And that's why I went to school, to really like I was being the ghost behind the scenes to make sure that, yo, we gonna get your shit right. And I know I could move through it with Project Pick Me Up. See, no matter what, I was moving Project Pick Me Up through the school, and that was the game plan. He knew. He knew I was about what it was. I told him. So even as I speak about this boxing match, it's the same old thing, baby. Nothing changed. We're gonna get it happen. We're gonna get it to work. I promise you. So these are my top three. Oh shit. Damn, the voices just spoke. Okay, these are my top three candidates for the Umar Johnson fight. Okay, Don King, Icy Don, King Icy Don production. There you go. King Icy Don, yeah, King Icy Don production. We're going to flip the Don King. We're going King Icy Don. Yeah, we're going to flip that. King Icy Don Productions Entertainment presents the fights of the century. First, like I said, he gonna be boxing me no matter what. Period. Okay, everyone he gonna have to box me because I'm gonna be his sparring partner. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be fire. Okay, I'm laying the blueprint out, folks. This is how it's gonna work. The third one's gonna be a super duper curveball. My third prospect is going to be a curveball, and I think this might be the one that really kick off a lot of shit too. All three of them is going to kick off a lot of shit, but this one will kick off a whole lot of shit, probably just as much as Mike Tyson Quiet's Cup. Damn, that's some funny shit for me to say. Okay, y'all be the judge. You let me know. Okay, y'all let me know. So right now I have Mike Tyson and Umar Johnson doing a celebrity boxing match to raise money for Project Pick Us Up, and the FDMG Academy. I also see Deontay Wilder, because Deontay Wilder really need to sit back for a little while and decide if he really adjusts and see what the direction of how he can get back to that belt, because now he's on the waiting list, and to be honest, Tyson Fury do not have to entertain him at all. And so if Tyson Fury win his next fight, if he fights anyone, and if he decides to fight anybody else after that fight, unless he truly retires because he want to raise his daughter, his baby, which y'all crazy, Deontay Wilder has a long time of never seeing that belt. Unless it's just vacated. It might be vacated, someone picks it up, then he knocks someone out and get it back. That's the only way he's going to get it back, because it was vacated. Okay? Yeah. But in between that whole process, Deontay Wilder versus Umar Johnson would be awesome in Brooklyn, Barclays Center. That'd be dope. Mike Tyson against Umar Johnson, the Barclays Center. That'd be dope. Mike Tyson return to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? That'd be super dope. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This third person is fire. It has no relevance, but it's just fire. So I'm thinking the one that was the tall, whoever the tallest and biggest, of the Logans need to go up against Umar Johnson, the battle of the YouTubers. And we can really, really race that shit out. Race it out. I'm telling you, talk about really use race. Talk that race shit. Yep, it's YouTube. Because I truly think that that dude would go for the knockout on Umar Johnson, especially when that boy sit back and learn the history of Umar Johnson. And that's what we would get into his head. We would just intoxicate his head with the rhetoric of Umar Johnson. Do you know that that white boy would probably end up bringing mad black chicks to that fight? And then when he knocks, if he was to knock Umar Johnson out, just the thoughts that Umar Johnson gonna have of him knowing that that white boy is smashing up all these black girls. That would, like I say, when we want to talk about the shit, we need to really address it and talk about it and talk about why shit really affects the mentals of people. Race. My conversations, my content is deep. We need much more people conversing in chat. We need more people talk about live because this is some live shit. So, folks, I opened up with Happy Mental Health Awareness Day, National Mental Health Awareness Day. We dropped some bombs about this whole thing about with Umar John, with your boy Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder was not in the right mindset at all. He had too much bottled up inside him that he was supposed to release at all press conference. He was supposed to, anything that was on his mind that affected and bothered him, he was supposed to let that shit out. Period. He waited for like the last press conference and started airing shit out, but it was in a way that it wasn't right. He was supposed to, once this was said and done, he was supposed to let everything out weeks before this. The press supposed to been talking about Deontay Wilder's rants. They supposed to been talking about Deontay Wilder's energy that he's really put out and how he really feels about the situation with the gloves and just about was he cheat. They were supposed to, that's if he really wanted the media to talk about it, he was supposed to talk about it. But he held the shit in. And it showed. That's why he got knocked the fuck out. And I knew he was gonna get knocked the fuck out early. I knew he was gonna get knocked out yesterday, the day before, because he wasn't letting that right energy out. I knew somebody was getting knocked out. That's what you gotta understand. I knew someone was getting knocked out. When I saw him flinch, I said, damn, he's gonna get knocked out. But because I'm black, didn't want to say it. But once I saw him flinch in that press conference when they stood face to face, I said, he's gonna get knocked out. Stand strong like a fucking soldier, warrior. You don't fucking flinch, nigga. That's when I knew he was gonna fucking get knocked out. Pissed me off. So Deontay Wilder, Umar Johnson versus one of those Logan boys would be really great too, because to get that white crowd to be part of this FDMG fiasco would be very entertaining. See, folks, to bring that young white audience to this sector, what you think the chats would be? Huh? Told you I'll bring this content. So that's my focus as King Icy Dawn. We're gonna work on getting these contracts signed and done. We got bringing this money. We got bringing this money, folks. We got bringing this money, folks. Because that's what it's about right now, folks. We got to bring in a substantial amount of money so we can free up our time so we can do the things we need to be doing. Not the things that we want to be doing in bullcrapping, but the things that we need to be doing. Help support Project Pick Us Up, formerly known as Project Pick Me Up. Help support our youth economic program. Help support our entertainment program, our athletic program, our performing arts program, our arts program, and definitely our social and mental health program. Folks, it's not no game. Never did y'all hear me talk like I was weak, and never will y'all hear me talk like I'm weak. And if the day you hear me talk like I'm weak, boost that energy up. We don't need no weak links right now. We need strength. We need soldiers because it's ugly. And we need to learn how to play this game and not destroy the game. Like so many people try to do with the sector. No, Icy Dawn's here. This sector is litty lit. Why? Because Icy Dawn's here. I'm about to set it on fire. Well, I'm reaching out to Mike Tyson this week. I already got a response from someone from Hot Boxing. They gave me a little I don't know, was one. They actually gave me a heart. You know, one of those little hearts that come up when the likes thing. So that means that people reading. So I got a strategy, folks. Look out for my strategy. Look out for my little anything I put out. Just watch it, get involved, because I'm turning the sector up for your entertainment. We gotta give Deontay Wilder a little time. And if we can if I can really truly catch the attention of the Logan boys, because I'm about to bring action to Umar Johnson. Like I say, I'm in court with him. I'm going to war, so I got to fight back. This is chess. Do y'all hear what I'm saying, folks? I'm so happy that Umar Johnson agreed that he would fight. So you gotta remember, we was talking about this way back when, setting up these boxing matches. Not really boxing, but fight matches. I don't know how we was gonna do it, if we was gonna box with gloves or what, but for Umar to finally join in the process, he's trying to do it outside on his own. Nah, nigga, you in on this shit. Don't think that you're gonna hear what we're doing and then you're gonna try and swingle it your way. Fuck out of here. No. You crazy. You're gonna have to do it the right way. Do it the right way. So yeah, Umar Johnson is gonna take place, and he's gonna be boxing real soon. So hey, boys, start running, start training, because it's gonna happen sooner than you think. If we can get this fight to take place in Black History Month, that'll be one of the best things ever. But if we could get, I don't know, I think Kwanzaa might be too soon. Kwanzaa might be too soon. But you guys think that boy, the Logan boys, they really taking this boxing thing serious. So they fighting right now. They fighting. They not gonna be doing like one fight a year. They like Mayweather or 2 fights a year. They are fighting. They are going to do as many fights as possible to get their names and get their ranks and get their numbers up real fast, because they want to jump in there and get that real bread. If that's a goal, that's a goal. But if I can truly get that whole audience to this whole Umar the new Umar Johnson sector, if I can get that whole audience to the new ultimate not Ultimate Trolling Warrior sector, but yeah, the new Ultimate Trolling Warrior sector, because that's what the new Umar Johnson sector is for me. So you guys can continue with the sector, but don't be dipping and doing reviews over here then, if y'all not going to be part of this shit. Because everybody can be part of this shit. Everybody can play their part. Play your part. Playing your part. Don't be outside trying to play like no, niggas. Don't do that cornball shit because you couldn't create no content. And then when you see shit really bubbling, or you want to fucking jump in. This is what it is. If y'all trying to create the sector, yeah, go ahead. But don't use Umar name. Anybody in the sector cannot use Umar Johnson's name. If it's no longer Umar Johnson sector and it's the people sector, don't use Umar Johnson's name in it. Don't get shit twisted. I'm still for Black Power. Only I can fucking destroy this nigga now. Period. Because everything y'all be doing to try and destroy him is on cornball shit. Only I can destroy him right now. And my destroying is humbling him the way I said he's going to apologize. What I heard, I think I even heard somebody on live saying, "Oh, he's going to apologize." Sounding like me. Yeah, y'all gotta be listening because I sound right. Yeah, he gotta apologize. That $8,000 would have been cool, but getting the lawsuit and getting an apology would be awesome, and it would make me feel very good. Not good like pride good, but good like saying, now that's what I'm talking about. Make me proud of you, Umar. You're going to have to apologize. Make us proud of you. Apologize. We're going to humble you. Because we know you're dealing with mental health issues. And it's called the demon. Just like Deontay Wilder. He had a demon in him. I'm going to say it again. Deontay Wilder had a demon that possessed him. And this demon did not want him to shine. And it's his own self. Because I guess Deontay Wilder is facing the fact that his character has been ugly for a while. Whatever he's been doing, he knows that it's been ugly. Like they say, God don't like ugly. He knows it. And so he has to deal with his own demons. And that's what he just dealt with. He dealt with his own demons. And he says, my energy is like my mind, very violent. He said he goes to say that he chooses words wisely because people always take my words out of context. Okay? He said, my energy is like my mind, very violent. He said, I'm being quiet. I'm not saying much because people always take my words out of context. And so you will see at the very end, and we did see at the very end, you lost and got knocked out because that was your words. You said that you want, if you said you want to go out on your shield. If you wanted to continue on, you would not mention that. You shouldn't have put those words out. So once you said that, you already predicted that you was going to lose because you went out on your shield. And that's the sad thing about it. We got to watch the words that we say and we speak because it might just come true. So my top 3 prospects to fight Umar to raise his money for Project Pick Us Up in the FDMG Academy. Because part of this whole lawsuit, Umar, I'm still going to get I'm still going to be part of the FDMG because I'm going to be part of it. Like I said, I had to catch everything I wanted to say. But I'm going to be part of your mentals in your life just because you're going to be a model student of tough love and forgiveness. That's why I'm going to be part of your school, because we are about teaching. And so we're going to teach our Black men about tough love and forgiveness. And that's why Project Pick Us Up is going to be part of your fucking FDMG Academy, mother effer. Woo-wee! Spread love. You're going to humble yourself. Because King Icy Dawn Productions, if he's going to get one of these cats to bust your ass, and if he do, what, you going to deny that that can't happen? You crazy? No, you're not going to deny that shit. You ain't going to deny that we ain't going to have that connection. The bridge is going to be gapped. The bridge is going to be crossing. The gap in the bridge is going to be connected. You already know that. If I bring in one of these people to fight you, Don King, Icy Don King, King Icy Don Productions is going to make that happen. We on it. Like I said, Custom Model did some things for these young Black men, and right now we about to make it happen on this side too. I'm putting it in the air, putting it in the atmosphere. The same way I told you folks I will be driving with no credentials. And forgive me, Father, for speaking too much. But yes, I did get pulled over too. And he said, have a nice day once we finish talking. He actually said, be safe once we finish talking. So Umar Johnson, pay me my money. What's your excuse to not pay me my money? And on that note, peace.